Hello, my name is Dennis Okurmo, a co-founder and director partnerships at Edu Child Foundation Uganda, a non-profit organization that is committed to raising a generation of empowered children, women and youth in the communities we serve in the northwestern Ugandan district of Nebi. Speaking of Uganda, this is a country that has the youngest population in the world, with 77% of its population of over 47 million people being under 25 years of age, and 80% of which live in rural areas. Unfortunately, being a developing country, Uganda is still battling poverty, illiteracy, gender gaps, rights violations, among other global challenges. For years, Uganda has remained on the list of the top 10 poorest countries in the world. Founded in 2014, Edu Child Foundation Uganda began operation first as a community-based organization in Nebi district. Then later in 2017, it was fully incorporated with the Uganda Bureau of NGOs as a fully-fledged non-profit with its main office situated in the heart of Nebi Municipal Council in Nebi district. Edu Child Foundation Uganda's mission is to model holistic approaches in tackling poverty, illiteracy, gender gap, rights violations, and other global challenges affecting vulnerable children, women, and youth in Ugandan rural communities. From its founding, our key program areas have been in the provision of education sponsorship opportunities for orphans and vulnerable children, advocacy for girl, child, and women empowerment, and micro-enterprise development for vulnerable groups. However, over the years, our programs have expanded to include community health and HIV/AIDS, water, sanitation and hygiene, vocational and IT skills training, climate change, among others. Well, I guess you're wondering why education has been at the center of our programming. To give you the right picture, allow me share with you my story. I am the fourth born among 6 children and was born and raised in Jupakeno village, a tiny village located in the northwestern Ugandan district of Nebi. In this village, to date, over 90% of the people still live in grass-thatched mud houses, and I personally was raised in one of those. I slept on papyrus mat and on mud floor until I was 15 years old. Yes, you heard me right. I never experienced what it was like to sleep on a mattress until I turned 15, and that was the time I was joining high school. My family lived in extreme poverty, let alone the lack of access to electricity, clean water, and quality education. For me to complete my O-level or middle high school, my family will do a sort of barter trade with the school for my tuition, where they will raise a sack of beans that will be taken and weighed to the worth of my school fees, which was only about $20 termly. After my middle high school, my hopes for continuing with education faded as my family could no longer cultivate much due to drought. Additionally, my mother wasn't any stronger as she developed severe back pain and other conditions that made it impossible for her to be in the field anymore. My story, however, changed in 2005 when an international non-profit called Cornerstone Development Africa discovered me and awarded me with a scholarship in their leadership school called Cornerstone Leadership Academy. This was through a very competitive process that attracted over 1,000 applicants, and I was among the lucky 50 students taken on that year. After my high school, I proceeded and joined college for my undergrad in accounting and finance with the support of Cornerstone Development Africa that was covering half of my tuition, and another amazing American family that came in to meet the other half of my tuition in university until I completed my undergrad education. This was the beginning of my life transformation and everything else in my life. Education gave me an opportunity and an open door to finding jobs, starting a family, and rubbing shoulders with giants, and many other amazing opportunities in life. Education changed me. I wouldn't have known what it meant to live to one's fullest potential if I never had access to formal classroom education. The communities we serve are not only devastated by some of the highest rates of illiteracy in the country, but also are struggling with lack of access to clean water and essential health services, high infant and maternal mortality rates, have high cases of child marriages where girls are married off at a tender age of even 14 years old, among other challenges resulting from the devastating effects of extreme poverty. As an organization, our hope is to build communities where everyone is empowered to fully live to their highest God-given potentials, taking down the vices of illiteracy, poverty, high maternal death, and child marriages, among other challenges. To date, Edu Child Foundation Uganda is impacting the lives of over 100 orphaned and vulnerable children by giving them an opportunity to acquire formal classroom education through paying off their school fees and providing them with other essential school needs, and reaching out to empower the girl child and youth in the community as well. Edu Child Foundation Uganda is also meeting the health needs of the communities we serve through organizing of monthly medical camps and community sensitization on maintaining proper sanitation and hygiene in the community, among other programs. As an organization, we work across diversities in being builders of hope, touching the lives of those we serve while empowering them through education, character development training, and other practical initiatives to be people of high moral regards in societies who are self-reliant and are empowered to discover and do exploits with their unveiled God-given potentials. We believe that everyone on the face of the earth deserves to live a dignified life. No one was born to live on the lesser side. Poverty, illiteracy, and other social vices demean every human being affected by them. And these are some of the greatest human challenges that we are addressing in our immediate communities of Nev district in Uganda, where we serve. I see more girls in this village educated and not being married off when they're 14 or 13 or 15 years old. That each and every one of these kids at least is able to have an undergrad degree as a starting point in their life. And since it's deeply into our cultures here that one better person helps lift others, that these children will become the lights that will hold the hands of the rest of their families to also get a chance at better quality of life, that they will break free from poverty, that there are more women who are educated, who have become leaders, who are stepping up into big positions of influence, not just in this community, but even in this country. I see more women who are able to stand for the rights of other girls as pillars of hope, as role models to others, that the little girls who are growing up see, yes, I can actually become something. If she could become such a great leader, she could become maybe the head mistress of this school, she could become the judge, she could become the lawyer. I think it is also possible for me that a lot of these girls that we're supporting, they'll become the evidence of hope, of possibilities to others, that they will shine. I see that. I see this community rising up. That's my hope. We therefore invite you to join hands and partner with us by becoming one of our financial supporters through your generous giving. We assure you that your financial contribution shall help us go a long way in helping positively turn around the lives of many vulnerable children and other groups in the communities we serve in Nebi district. Or you can choose to pick one of the children and become a sponsor, a champion. Otherwise, in any way you have chosen to partner with us, I want you to know we are so grateful. May the Lord bless you richly. Thank you for choosing to join us today.